Happy day 4 of the 12 days of Stitchmas, everyone. My name is Kari. This is Tiger Lily Designs. Welcome to day 4 of Stitchmas. Are you excited? Happy Stitchmas to ya. Happy Sunday. I hope you're having a great weekend. We are going to dig right into the Stitchmas fun. I got all the things that I normally do, a little bit of a story because life happens. Things don't always go to plan, shall we say. So as I told you guys in the beginning of Stitchmas, I am going to bring you 12 Tiger Lily finishes every day, one per day. It's going to be great. Had it all planned out. All the stitching was done, right? But sometimes plans derail. And rather than zigging and zagging last night when I was putting this together, I decided, you know what? I'm going to show you all that my world's not perfect either, and it's okay. So let's just show you. So if you saw it yesterday I showed you this sweet little finish. Adorable, right? 12 days of Christmas, my prairie schooler. The key was this cording. Love it. Okay, so once you start to make cording again, if you haven't made cording again, let me enable you to be a cord maker. I will link the quarter down below. I think you can get it at most places. Anyway, it's the Kreinik custom cord maker. I'll show you too. That's the story to tell you. So friends, once I made cording, I was like, oh my gosh, this needs to have cording and this needs to have cording, and all these finishes just started to swirl in my head of what I was going to do. So this is where the travesty happened. So let me just show you. I'm not going to teach you how to make cords because there's so many other people that do it more better than me. But the moral of the story is, don't drop your quarter on the phone or on the floor. It's made of plastic. It's kind of like a fishing rod. When the fishy roddy thing falls on the floor and becomes decapitated from the winder doodaddy, it no longer makes the cording. So friends, sadly today we do not have a Tiger Lily finish. Real life things happen. Yay. I was going to just switch gears and finish it a different way, but I had my heart set on this cord finish. So the good news is I am going to go hit up my LNS, hopefully later on this afternoon. Crossing my fingers, they have a cord maker in stock. It's only like 2 miles away. How lucky am I? So I'm going to pop over there and hopefully get a cording maker. And so then maybe tomorrow we'll have 2-minute finishes. We'll see. I don't know. But the good news, friends, is we do have our 2 featured small businesses to share with you. I'm super excited. So many great ones. And today we have a little bit of a twist. So it's super fun, actually. It kind of works out perfect that I don't have a finish because I have extra fun for you in the world of small business. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut away because our cross stitch featured designer is an Etsy shop. The name is Tracy Campbell Designs. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to cut away. I don't have anything in person to show you because it's all PDF charts. So let me insert the video here of Tracy Campbell.
Today's featured cross-stitch pattern designer is Tracy Campbell. Tracy Campbell is a interior designer in her first life, and now she is taking her art into the cross-stitch world. She joined onto Etsy in January of 2020, so she's almost at her 3-year anniversary. But first, we're going to start on her Instagram page. So if you don't follow her, you definitely need to give her a follow. Tracy Campbell Designs, and she's got great patterns. So here she shows you a lot of her patterns. We did this Thanksgiving one, do you remember, back in Mania? So she puts her art in cross-stitch panels and original needle minders. So she's a designer from Canada. And so give her a follow on Instagram, but let's dig into her Etsy shop. So she sells all of her patterns on Etsy. And so her Etsy shop is Tracy Campbell Designs. As always, everything will be linked down below. So she has PDF cross-stitch patterns, enamel needle minders, which is her original art, which are adorable. She has coloring pages, mugs, tags, totes. So she turns her art into designs. Now, before we get into her designs, I wanted to show you historically, she started off doing coloring books. So I will link these down below because you guys loved these last year. Tracy was in Flossmas last year, but she's got new designs, so that's why we brought her back. So on Amazon, you can grab her 2 coloring books, which are adorable. It's original art, her coloring books. I love them so much. And so you can see, let's see. It's just such great inspiration and faith and hope and love. Anyway, so that's her Amazon coloring books. But let's get back to the cross stitch. So she's got 4 designs that we're going to look at today, and she has generously donated 2 PDF cross stitch patterns giveaways. So if you win today's daily giveaway, you get 2, and if you win the grand prize, you get 2. But we're going to look at her 4 new charts for the holiday season of this year. Their first one being Candy Canes Gingerbread. These are adorable. Okay, so the great thing about these 4 patterns is they're all square patterns, and depending on what count Eta you stitch them on, they're going to stitch up and finish up 5-ish. So if you stitch them on 14 count Eta, they're going to be 5.36. So if you do just a little bigger Eta, I'll have to do the math to see if you get up to 16 or 18. You can, so many finishers and finishing products, again, you'll see later on in Stitchmas, I've got some great finishing pieces that you can put these square pieces on. They recognize, and the designers, they're kind of working together with the finishing pieces. So this is her sweet Candy Cane Gingerbread. Look at this gingerbread man, and he's got snowflakes and candy canes and gingerbread all around. It is such a sweet, sweet pattern. And then, like I said, so the second one that we're going to share with you is called Christmas Blessings. These 5-inch-ish pieces finish up so quick. They stitch up quick, they finish quick, and they're perfect little ornaments. And her charts, Tracy's charts, are fantastic in that they're full color, they're compatible with iBooks, Pattern Keeper, it's a PDF, it's beautiful. Her charts are very thorough, very like beginner friendly. They're full color, black and white, DMC, all the things. It's fantastic. Then you come down to her third one, which is called the Gingerbread Shop. How sweet is that? It's a little sweet shop. It says swirls, cake, gingerbread, shop, pies, peppermint. Such a sweet little stitch, super friendly, easy, it stitches up super quick. And then this last but not least is called the New Snowman Christmas Stocking Holly. He's so cute. Holly and Joy and Snowman. So these 4 patterns from Tracy are super sweet. Now she has over 86 products. 50 of them are cross-stitch patterns. Something for everyone. If you remember, we did Joy to the World last year. There was this adorable cloche from last year. And then you come down and she's got these fantastic needle minders that are wonderful quality, wonderful, they're just fantastic. And so then she puts her art on mugs, which is a super cute gift. So what Tracy has generously given us is she's given us a coupon code as well. So if you don't want to wait to see if you win, you can go and grab yourself a pattern or 2 from Miss Tracy and use the code Stitchmas25, and you will get 25% off your purchase. So I hope you give Tracy some love and some follow, and happy stitching, friends.
Wasn't it great? Aren't you excited? Did you see one that you need to have? I think I definitely want to stitch some of those 5x5s. Listen, there's just not enough hours in the day. Those 5x5 finishes would be so cute. I think if we did them on, obviously it was 5.3 something or other, on 14 count. So if I shrink it down to maybe 18 count, 20 count, it would be a perfect little square finish ornament. And I think I need them all because they're just so sweet and cute. Love them. Love them. And I love that she gave us a coupon code. So I hope you go and give her some love and check her out. Maybe you found one that you like. So friends, that was our stitch designer. Before I forget, we're going to see if maybe I don't forget this year. How fantastic would that be? So remember the 12 days of Stitchmas, the crossword puzzle for the grand prize giveaway. The word of today's day, let me check, make sure that the word count, day 4 is 5 across. Yeah, that's a big one. Is mistletoe. You're going to use the word mistletoe in your crossword puzzle. It is one word. Whether it is or not, it is in my crossword puzzle. Mistletoe. So remember, you're going to use the word mistletoe in your crossword puzzle, as well as mistletoe in your comments down below if you're interested in winning today's daily giveaways. We have both the cross stitch pattern PDF of your choices from Tracy or today's yarn dyer. So today's yarn dyer, we're going to dig right into that goodness. So, excuse me for reaching, but you are going to fall out of your chair because I did when I went. Do you see? Do you see? Okay, first of all, I'm not going to tell you too much of the story. What we're going to do real quick, I have to decide which order I want to do this in. I kind of want to show you a little bit of squishy yarn. So this is what we're going to do, friends, because I'm super excited. I told you we have a twist for today's featured designer because, I mean, listen, when this came in the mail, I was like, holy mackerel. We need to talk to this designer stat. So she is an indie dyer in Olympia, Washington, over on the Pacific Coast. And so I'm so excited. Her name is Bridget, and she's a stay-at-home mom of twins. She's got a great story, and the moral of the story is you're going to hear it. But first, we're going to look at some of the squishy yarns, and then I'll tell you the surprise. It's going to be so exciting. All right, so I just want to show you some, like I said, I'm going to show you all the colors because if you're like me, you like to see all the colors and the names and the squishiness, and that's just what we're going to do, and I hope you're here for it. But I'm going to dig right in. Crystals. This is called Crystals. This is her DK weight. Look at the yummy, yummy purples and blues and the teals. Gorgeous. All right, hold on. I gotta come up with the system here. All right, so this just made me think of like the evergreen trees. So if you've ever been to Washington State, I used to spend my summers in Washington State. So I'm very familiar, like half an hour away from where Bridget lives. Small world, right? And so look at her cute little label, Evergreen Yarns. This just reminds me of the trees out there, and they're just evergreen because, hey, you know, it rains. That's a cliche for a reason because it does. This is called Forest Path. Such a fun. Okay, so it's not Halloween anymore, but how great is this colorway? It's called All Hallows Eve, and this is her worsted superwash merino. So great. Ooh, unicorn. I mean, this screams unicorn yumminess to me. This is her worsted weight as well. And let's just stick with the fun. All right, so this, I don't want it to blow out. Okay, Tutti Frutti. This is her Pacific Sock 100% extra fine superwash 1-ply merino. It is so squishy. It's got a little bit of fuzz on it, and I don't know what that's supposed to be called, but it feels so good. These would be so soft on you. All right, so one more in that same squishy, pretty short. Yes, it is. It's called Arcane. This is the extra fine superwash merino 1-ply, 437 yards. But look at those colors, Arcane. And so that little pink you see is her waist knot yarn. I don't know if that's what you call, but what you use when you're tying all these pretty skeins. All right, so friends, that is just some of the yummy goodness. Now, what do I have for you? I have a super treat. So what we did is I actually got together and did a I did an interview with Bridget because she was so fun. I wanted to hear her story in person rather than just reading it on an email or a PDF or talking to her on the phone. I wanted to bring you along, get a little bit of her story so you can meet the maker. I'm so excited. So insert here is my interview with Miss Bridget. Hi everyone. So I'm so excited. Like I told you in the intro to this, we are so honored. I'm honored to have Bridget here with us from Evergreen Yarn Studios. We have our own indie dyer here. So I'm going to just do a little bit of intro. I don't know too much about Bridget. I found her yarns. Of course, I went down the rabbit hole of her beautiful yarns on her Instagram page and in her Etsy shop. You can spend hours just looking at all the yummy colors, which I did. And then I got even more. Look at this bundle of, this bundle of goodness that Bridget sent us, and I knew that we needed to talk with her and find out her story more than just me telling it to you. So Bridget, tell us a little bit about your story. How did you become an indie dyer of all these yummy yarns?
Well, it's kind of a bizarre but yet organic process. When my husband and I moved to Olympia, Washington, very, very shortly after that, we got pregnant with twins, and like everything, all the expectations and everything went right out the window. And I mean, it was very obvious the universe had different plans. So we have no family here. So I had to stay home from work. And it was when the kids were about 2, I think, where I just decided, you know what, I'm going to try to learn to crochet again. And I had done a little tiny bit of knitting when I was younger. But I just thought, you know, that might be a really great way to release some anxiety and some stress that children can cause. And being a stay-at-home mom and help me have my own avenue, but also be really productive. And really, that's my favorite part about fiber arts is you're doing something with your hands and you're, you know, occupying yourself. But in the end, you get such an awesome product that you can either use or gift. And so it felt like I was being so productive, but selfish at the same time.
Yeah.
So I started doing it, and as everyone who knows me, when I do something, I jump in the deep end, full force. And so
Totally can relate. Yes.
Yeah, I don't do anything halfway at all. So I just went absolutely crazy, ended up with a very large wall of yarn very fast, and was making like super intricate patterns, and then went to a yarn shop one day with my husband, who found some yarn, and we get home and he's like, you know, this doesn't look like it'd be that hard. I bet you could do it. And then there it was. It was like, I'm going to look into this. I'm going to see what this takes. And I mean, and here again, jumped right in the deep end. And within a month, I had a business license and yarn and dye. And I thought, oh my gosh, I have 2 years while my kids are in preschool to grow my business and have it be something where I would have then gone back into the workforce potentially. And so now this has been kind of bigger than any of my expectations.
Wow.
And I'm really, really grateful for that. And we've been very busy, very, very busy.
Yeah.
And just, you know, so excited. And my kids are still in their 2nd year of preschool. So I haven't even gotten through any of that. So I'm very much looking forward to the kindergarten full days of school next year.
Oh my gosh, yes, that's exciting when you get your whole day ahead of you. But oh my gosh. Yeah, the world definitely had a different plan for you, and you adapted, and I love your story. That is fantastic. Now, the colors you sent me, I'll be honest with you, my daughter Lily was here with me when we got your package, and she immediately picked out one. Of course, it's the one I think that fell. No, she was like, okay, so Mom, I want a hat out of this and socks. I was like, no, hold on, these are from my people, but okay. So your colors are so beautiful. And as a person who quilts and knits, and like I can appreciate the color and the spectrum, matching colors and picking colors that coordinate with each other, there's a science to it. It's not just like, hey, pull some crayons or pull some dye out of a box and sprinkle it in and magic comes out. Do you have any background in your color? Because literally, I mean, your color matchings, your color pairings, I should say, are just so on point. You have to have some, I'm not going to say formal training, but at least a love of knowing what goes together and what doesn't go together.
You know, I don't have anything really official. I mean, before kids, I spent most of my time as an admin assistant or an office employee. But I've always been really drawn to colors, and I just know what I find visually striking. So I really lean towards, personally, I really lean towards cooler shades.
Yeah.
And I have
Yeah.
to keep reminding myself to bring in the warm tones and do something that's that way.
There
Because you
are.
can do
Oh, yes.
bright
Yeah.
with cool shades. But I
Yeah.
know I got to remember, like you have, I think, Tutti Frutti there and
Yes.
Supernova, where it's
Oh
like,
my
okay,
gosh.
I need to get stuff that's got some
Yeah,
of
all
those
just these
warm
these
tones.
three blues. I can see. I mean, so I can see. You know, these are, and they're just so you've got totally different. You sent me a beautiful collection. We've got extra fine merino, 100%. We've got the superwash merino. We've got the superwash merino. I think there's one that's mixed with nylon. Maybe, maybe not. I don't. There's
Yeah,
so
so
many.
my,
The DK. We've got a DK here. Oh my
yep.
gosh.
Yeah, so my sock, my basic sock and DK, which are 1 weight and 3 weight, are a nylon blend.
Yes. Yeah.
And I've tried working some with the strictly superwash merino from that same supplier, and wasn't as impressed as I was with the nylon blend. I've used some
Yeah.
from other vendors and been very happy, but I
Yeah.
don't want to offer a
Yeah, I
million
love
options.
finding something that you love and that works for
Yeah,
you. You've tested it, you tried, it
right.
makes sense.
And
Yeah.
I
Now, how
won't,
many different weights are in your shop?
uh, let's see. So we have sock, DK,
I see a
worsted.
worsted right here. This is a
Yep.
worsted, so that's
And I have bulky. I have two different bulkies. One is a single ply that actually kind of is a little bit heavier than my standard Bayshore bulky. And
okay.
every once in a while, I'll have a nylon blend of a worsted. I tend to get some of those to test out my colors
Sure.
and put them
Okay.
up, and then I'll
Okay.
do them in some of my regular bases so that if something doesn't go to plan, which, that's always happens. You
It's
always
the
have to
nature of the
adjust.
beast. Yeah, yeah. So I was on your Etsy shop, like I said, adding to cart, loving all the things, hearting these favorites, so many different things. And you offer both ready to ship, like you've got a project, you need 3 skeins, go pick it out, add to cart, ready to ship. You'll ship it obviously, pretty quickly. And then
Yeah.
you also offer special orders. So can you tell me a little bit about that? Like, for example, my biggest thing is, I mean, listen, I'm one sweater in, so I'm not like anybody big. But the thing that I found as a challenge with, even though I love the indie dyes, is finding somebody that has a sweater quantity. And if I need 7 skeins of this, is that what your special order, or how does that work?
Yeah, so it's really based on, because I am a one-man band. As much as my husband likes to think he's partnering with me on this, I'm doing it. So
Yeah.
so let's say somebody orders 1 skein.
Hmm.
I don't dye 1 skein because it
No,
wouldn't be,
it's
time
not
effective.
efficient. No.
So
Yeah.
I will do a whole batch, or sometimes even do 2 or 3 pans and, do something that's much more streamlined and much more time efficient. And then those items go in my ready to ship. So that's where I get
Yeah.
a lot of my ready to ship
Hmm.
stock. Unless
Okay.
I'm specifically doing something with some of my really popular colors like Galaxy and those. Um, for made to order, it's really for the people who don't see the quantity in
Hmm.
what I have in stock for whatever their projects are. I mean, I've
Right.
had people order 60 skeins,
Holy
and
cow.
yeah, so I don't know what they're doing, but
Exactly.
they ordered 60. And so I've had it where that is definitely what I recommend if you don't see the quantity, but also if you do see the quantity, half
Yeah.
in ready to ship, and then you're going to do the other half in made to order, do it all in made to order because you'll
Yeah.
get the same batches. And a
Yeah.
lot of times, if people do that, I won't send them the ready to ship. I will
Right.
send them
It's all
everything
coming from
all
the
in
same
one.
dye lodge,
Yeah,
right? All the
yeah.
same dye lodge, which I've learned coincidentally, from my sweater, it doesn't have, I don't know what you call it when you can tell
Hmm.
skein 1 and skein 2,
Yeah,
not same dye lot. Lesson
yeah,
learned. It's okay. It's the back of my cardigan. The people in the back are going to appreciate the funky colors.
yeah.
Um, So how often, like for example, this is a yummy, these two are yummy. I'm guessing it's part of your Christmas collection because it's called Deck the Halls and Noel. Now, how often do you come up? Are you always just playing with color and coming up with new color combinations, or do you do like consistent releases of new colors, or how does that work?
Well, here again, being a stay-at-home mom,
Yeah.
and my now 5-year-olds are very demanding.
Full time. Full
Very
time. Yeah.
demanding.
Yeah.
So I have to kind of work it in when I can. And this
Yeah.
fall being my busiest time, it's a little
Yeah.
harder for me to come up with some of the newer colors. But I really, so far, I don't have any set schedule where I release
Okay.
colors on a certain schedule. I kind of do it on a whim, and then I'll put them up on Instagram. So I mean, like this color right here, Daydream,
Oh,
is a
that's
brand new
beautiful. Is it
color.
called like unicorn or something? Because it screams unicorn anytime.
You know, it would be, except for the fact that I had already done one as unicorn, but this one is
Okay.
Daydream. And this one came about because I was using leftover dye. And
Okay.
then I loved what happened, so I recreated it.
Okay.
And that happens a lot with
Yeah.
this process where you're just kind of throwing stuff in, or you're doing something and you're going, hmm. And you see it in inspiration all the time. You see other dyers doing interesting combinations, and you can never ever replicate what
Yeah.
somebody else does, because everything is down to, the gram with dye. Everything is so specific, but you can look at that and go, gosh, I should do a gold and a blue. How would I do it? And you look at
Right.
those colors, and then you sit, and
Own
then you
little
maybe
twist.
adjust or add or do that. And so, I mean, we go on walks with the kids, and I'll take pictures of flowers. Or,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's just you look at them, or a shirt in the store. Oh my gosh, did you see those colors? And, something like that. So a lot of it is just random for me right now.
All right. Wow. Well, and I know you have this is a fun Hallows Eve one. So that
Yeah.
is super fun. Get ahead of the game for October.
Yeah.
And this, so many beautiful ones, and I will definitely show more during our feature day. But I have one last question for you, because I have a lot of people who are new now that I don't know if they've got the bug or if it's been like talking so much yummy yarn to them. Now they want to get into it, whether it's knitting or crocheting. But it's you're either schools of both or schools of one or the other. And I know that you mentioned you're more of a crocheter than a knitter, but is there a certain project or thing that you gravitate to that you enjoy as you actually meditative crocheting for yourself personally?
My favorite projects are usually blankets.
Okay. Go
And
big, girl. Go big,
yeah,
girlfriend.
well, and a lot of it is because then I can do a repetitive stitch pattern and not
Yeah.
think about it.
Think.
Um, and while I don't currently knit, I do plan, as soon as I have any bit of capacity, that I'm going down that avenue so
And your
fast.
kids will be going to college in 13 years. That's when you'll have some time.
Yeah, probably. But the very first thing I ever made with crochet was a hat. And I learned to crochet in the round first before anything else. And
Wow.
I have a couple of designers that I really like for their hats and their patterns, and one of them is Mrs. B Crochet.
Okay.
And I really love her Amanda beanie. I go for it all the time. And Denny Made has one that's called the Emmett beanie, and that has to be my all-time favorite hat ever. It works for men, it works for women, it works for kids. It's fantastic. It's so squishy and soft, and it's a repetitive pattern. It's mindless once you're done with your increases, and it's just, they're so satisfying.
All right. Well, so I love that. So the Emmett beanie, you're gonna have to. We'll talk offline, and I will definitely be able to link that. So tell me if I've inspired someone to give the Emmett beanie a try, what weight of the Evergreen yarns would you suggest that they grab? I'm assuming it's a one skein project. Usually beanies are a one skein. Yeah. So what weight is your, since you speak so highly of this pattern, and I want to enable my people, what weight should they go and check out from you to make the most beautiful?
Definitely, you don't want to go any lighter than DK. You can make it work with DK. Um,
Okay.
but worsted is the standard for both of the hats. And
Okay.
but like I said, I've done it in DK. I actually just finished one last night in DK. And then the other option too, you can double strand sock yarn. So if you
Okay.
see a sock yarn that you really like, you can
Yeah.
get two skeins, you can double it up, you can make two hats, you can do all this stuff, which I have also
Okay.
done for my
Yeah, that'll be project number 2 for someone, because I know I'm holding 2 on a time for my next sweater. I'm like, this holding 2 is a little trickier than holding 1. So, but I love that. And Bridget, I am so happy and honored that you came to talk
Of
with
course.
us. And I know that my people are going to be so excited. Meeting the maker is so much fun, and that's what this whole Stitchmas thing is about. So thank you so much. I'm
Thank
definitely
you.
can't wait to figure out who's going to get what in the daily giveaways, what I'm going to put in the grand prize. But again, thank you so much. And I will give all the information. She'll be linked down below, her Instagram, her Etsy shop, all these recommendations for the pattern, the quick pattern that you want to go and get started with crochet. So thank you so much, Bridget.
Yes, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Friends, that was so much fun. Okay, so I don't know if you could tell, but I had so much fun interviewing Bridget and just talking to her. I could geek out and talk about yarn and colors and things all day long. Obviously, that's why I have FlossTube, a YouTube channel, because I kind of just like to chatty Cathy about all the fiber arts. Can you tell? So what did you think about the interview thing? Do you want to see more of it? Because I kind of loved doing it. Tell me down below what you think. If you want to meet more makers, ooh, I think we might have a new segment here on Tiger Lily. I don't know. What do you think? All right. So friends, I want to tell you before I show you some more of her yummy squishy yarn, I want to tell you that Bridget was so generous. Now I showed you she's got an Etsy shop. Now I didn't go through the normal Etsy shop tour because we did the interview and set, but she has an Etsy shop and an Instagram. Both, everything is linked down below in the description box. Her Etsy shop, she is giving us an exclusive coupon code, and it is 10% off whatever you want in her Etsy shop. And you're going to use the code Stitchmas 2022. No space, all one word. Stitchmas 2022 will take 10% off your order. So hopefully you're going to find some yummy yarns that you need to make something. Remember, I'm going to link that hat she told us about down below, a quickie little hat. Now remember, I also stitched a hat, tin can nets. It was a knitting one. She just told us about her crochet one, but a hat stitches up real quick. Perfect little gift. I still think you have time to maybe knit a hat or two for a gift. So let's look at some more of these yummy yarns. Oh, Winter Lake. Do you see? Such beautiful, beautiful colors. This one looks like it plays nicely. It's kind of like a matching pair or a coordinating pair of unicorn. So unicorn, and then this is kind of like the inverse, cotton candy. So they kind of play nice together where this, yeah, love that. I kind of am always trying to envision like what should these things be when they grow up. And here's another one. This is also, okay, so I want to show you, like this is cotton candy and you can tell it's a little brighter. See how bright that blue is? It's kind of bright and fun and it kind of goes with the unicorn. Now this one is called Modern Love. Now look at this gorgeous, this is more of a dusty blue, not so much bright blue. So just the little bit of colors makes such a difference. The tones and how they play together nicely. Now look at these two. They also play nice together. It's called Sunrise and Phoenix. So great. These are, one's worsted. This is the Phoenix worsted. Look at those beautiful colors. Let me slow down and let the camera actually focus for you. And this one is Sunrise. Oh, that's gorgeous. Pinks and oranges. Imagine, so this is I think this is DK. Yes, so this is DK. This would be a fun sock. And then you use a brighter pink or an orange for the heels and the toes and the cuffs. How fun would that be? I love having a fun variegated sock and then adding like a solid heel and toe. Okay, so these are her two holiday colors. I have to decide which one I kind of need a holiday cowl, I think. Do you think I can get it knitted up and wear it on day 12? Challenge accepted. I think I'm going to try it. So Noelle, which is a beautiful worsted weight. And then she sent us a Deck the Halls, which is also a beautiful worsted weight. So like she told us, she's got different weights and different colors and all the things, and she's doing it as she goes. Look at this supernova. So bright and so fun. Rainy day. Oh my gosh. I love just the pops of gray. It makes you think of a rain. Hey, Washington State, she's probably an expert in the world of rainy days. Am I right? All right. And last but not least, spring leaves. So just greens and color families are all different. So look at the difference between these two greens. This was called Forest Path. Kind of love that muted dark evergreeny green. And this is more chartreusey. This is called Spring Leaves. They're all so gorgeous. So what she has for us, friends, she also makes, and she told us about it, but I'm going to open this one up. So sorry if you get an open one, but she sent us a cute, and I love that. She uses eco-friendly packaging. All of her packaging is recyclable plastic. She is on point. I love it. All right. So she gave us in this giveaway, we've got this cute, she makes these super cute little, how's the camera got? It's a keychain. And it's a yarn. Oh, can you see it? There we go. The yarn ball. It looks like a skein of yarn with a heart in it. That is the cutest thing ever. So then it comes with care instructions. She tells you how to wash and thank you. And then there's a coupon. I'm not going to share it. Oh, and then there's lots of stickers. Sorry, I'm late. I saw some yarn. Oh my God. Life's too short to knit with cheap yarn. Amen, sister. So I don't know if she sells these stickers on her website, but if not, I don't know if they come with you order or what, but oh my gosh. What does this say? A stitch a day keeps reality away. Again, amen, sister. These are fantastic. Just the stickers, yarn loading. All of these. I have to figure out which one's going to go on my, okay. Yarn is life. Which one's in the water bottle? Which one's on the computer screen? I don't know. Options. So this one we're going to throw in with today's daily giveaway. You're going to get this cute little bundle of stickers as well as a skein of yarn. And then I'm also going to throw in a skein of yarn, of course, into the full giveaway bundle, the grand prize giveaway. All right, friends. So that is today, day 4. A little bit of twist, a little bit of fun. Did I tell you all the things? I gave you the word of the day, so I think we're good. Yay! Day 4, are we having fun yet? I'm having so much fun. I would love for you to tag me along on Instagram. If you're watching, if you're knitting, if you're stitching while you're watching me, post a picture and tag me. I'd love to see it. Friends, thanks so much. Share with your friends. I can't wait to share all these giveaways, 12 days of giveaways. It's my favorite, and sharing these small business with you. My heart is so full with small business love. I hope you're having fun. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Happy Stitchmas!